Got some good pictures of the jujitsu.
All right, we'll go ahead.
What's that?
I like your pictures.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead. I'll call the meeting to order, considering it's the first of the year, and we have no elected officers at this point. Trafalgar Town Council meeting, January 22, 2026. We'll start with a roll call. Ashley. Ashley Cheney.
Here.
Jessica Jones.
Here.
Jason Raymond.
Here.
Jackie Bryant.
Here.
Mike Peters, go ahead.
Here.
All right, thanks. That being said, I guess we'll go ahead and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, as I mentioned, start of the year, first meeting, so we're due to elect officers. We'll first elect the position of president for the town council for year 2026. Do I have any nominations?
I will make a nomination for Ashley Cheney.
I'll second.
Jessica makes a nomination for Ashley. Jason is seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none opposed, motion passes 5-0. I'll turn it over to Ashley to call for a VP.
Okay. Do we have a nomination for vice president?
I'll nominate Mike Peters.
I'll second that one as well. You interested, Mike?
Sure.
Good.
Okay, motion made and seconded. Mike accepted. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right, for the RDC, we need to, traditionally, it's all five of us. Do we have a nomination for president of the RDC?
Not president yet, just nominate the members of the RDC.
Oh, and then they'll
And
nominate
then
the president? Okay.
Next meeting, next month, when we have an RDC meeting, we'll
Gotcha.
elect officers.
Gotcha, okay. Do we have to nominate one person at a time?
You can nominate the slate if you want.
I'd like to nominate that this council, Jessica Jones, Ashley Cheney, Mike Peters, Jason Ramey, and Jackie Bryant be a part of the RDC.
No,
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
And pause real quickly, because traditionally, other towns, if we have some interest, Brian, and it can be garnered by the town manager, you guys can take step backs off the RDC if we've got people that are very interested in economic development, which is traditionally what the RDC does within the town.
It doesn't have to be any council members?
It does not.
Okay.
For example,
We've always served
Just
in it
have
for a
to.
lack of.
Lack of participation?
Yeah, possibility.
Yeah, so that was one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I just took this off the county website and tweaked it a little bit, if you'll take one and pass it down. It's essentially like an application that we can put on our website for people who are interested in any of the, we need to tweak it a little bit because obviously the format's a little bit off, but basically that way, instead of us begging people to do it, we can tell people about it, have them, they can either print it off and drop it off here or email it to us, but that way we can actually get a wider range of people, hopefully. Since it seems like we're just kind of struggling to cover everything.
Yeah,
I like it.
I do too.
What, is it just residency requirement for RDC?
I think so.
So, I mean, it's not residency or property ownership, do you know?
It's a fair question. I don't know on that
Okay.
one.
It could make a difference. I mean, we
Yeah.
have some people that aren't residents.
I was gonna talk to
business
Brian about
owners.
that, and some of them require residency, some of them don't, and some of them you have to be a Republican or a Democrat, so we definitely need to
The merit board, police merit board, or mayor commission, and the planning commission both have political affiliation requirements. And oddly enough, I think the park board does too.
but not the Park Advisory Board.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so, but I don't think the BZA does, memory serves, nor does the RDC. Memory serves, I could be wrong.
So with that being said, I don't know if going through this, if you said that there are some people that we need to appoint to keep things rolling?
The planning commission, I can say is safe to move forward with as is. We met last week.
Yeah, has anyone's term, no one's terms have expired.
Yeah, Jesse's did, and so did Dennis.
On the
Oh, wait.
BZA.
Oh,
Planning Commission, just Mary Wilkerson.
Yeah, Mary.
So you call for a nomination to reappoint Mary Wilkerson
For
back to
2
the
years.
planning commission.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make an appointment of Mary Wilkerson to be on the Planning Commission for another 2-year term.
Second.
Nomination made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, Mary Wilkerson has on for 2 more years. And then BZA, we need, Jesse is willing to.
Yeah,
And we still have a vacancy.
yeah.
Do we know if
Okay.
Dennis Brownfield is? No, we don't know.
Jesse's confirmed. Let's let the others confirm. Are they all up for reappointment?
We
We only
Jesse's
have
Jesse's
Jesse
is
and
3, Dennis is 2, vacant is a 4-year. So Jesse and Dennis are both termed right now.
If Jesse's communicating he wants to do it,
Yeah, he said he'll continue.
yeah, then if we can, I can gladly reach out to Denny
Okay.
and follow up with the application.
And that leaves still 1 vacancy.
So it actually looks like it's just your appointment, so you're fine. You get your solo appointment for Jesse.
Okay, I will appoint Jesse Jones to another 3-year term.
No second needed.
No second needed.
President appointment.
Okay, and then the Board of Metropolitan Police Commissions. So we have lost all of them.
Well, their term's expired.
Yeah,
We've
sorry,
lost
their terms
them.
have expired, we haven't lost anyone.
I think there is maybe one vacancy.
There is 1 vacancy. So with none of them here, do we just need to start from scratch on that?
You can
Depends on,
reappoint them, and
Yep.
then if they then designate that they do not want to take the appointment, then we'll have to find a vacancy. But to move past today, you can reappoint all the
Okay.
existing members. Well, I guess that one is who is that? Town council appoints, so.
Yeah.
This is by consensus, right? I mean,
why don't we go ahead and nominate, the 3 of them, is it 3 of them?
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, I'll go ahead and make the motion to nominate and reappoint Jake Willis, Curtis Price, and Brad Knox to the Board of Metropolitan Police Commissioners.
I will second.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded, all in favor say aye.
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 All right, they will be, appointed for 3 more years of their term, and then we have that 1 vacancy that we need to try to fill.
And is that one is not political affiliation requirement, you said?
I think that one
That one
is.
is.
Okay, it's not listed, do we know?
I think it's a
A
Democrat.
Democrat, I think is what's left.
Okay, and we decided to keep Jacob around at the last meeting,
Do we need to
Second.
appoint you again?
welcome back.
No.
Since we-
Did you just want us to pat you on the back?
It's fine, it's okay.
All right, we're gonna move on to the approval of minutes. Trafalgar Town Council meeting from December 18th, 2025.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes as written for December 18th, 2025.
Motion made, any seconds?
I'll second.
Jackie seconds, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hold on, just 1 second, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was just making sure I just wanna make sure it was documented for this.
And it is.
Really not all the conversation. But we have a recording.
This is a summary anyway.
Yeah.
The recording is
Um,
posted.
Yeah, I'll also,
Okay. So that is approved 5-0, and then we had a special meeting on December 29th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to accept special meeting minutes from December 29th, 2025.
Second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, passes 5-0. I'm not sure what this is, approval of agenda and items not on agenda to be added.
She added a spot that if any, I guess, the department heads or any of the council members had something to bring up that maybe just came up this morning,
Okay,
or prior to her being able to put it on the agenda, it's an opening for us to add things,
okay.
essentially. So I don't have anything.
Does anybody have anything?
I don't think
I
so.
don't have any.
Okay. Well, now we're supposed to open to the public, but Bryce, you got anything?
There you are.
I don't.
All right. We will close to the public then. Now we're gonna take a look at the financial reports. So the January docket, December and year end.
I think we approved, did we approve these at the last meeting?
This goes through year end, right?
So we also need an approval on it?
I think so, I think that's in there in the stuff to sign.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the APV general in the amount of $154,537.89.
No, the,
Hold on, just come
the
Oh.
one before that, the
Right.
January
Sorry.
docket for
Oh.
December and year end.
Yeah, I don't got nothing for that.
You what? You don't have a thing for that?
I don't think, we don't need the docket doesn't need a approval, does it? We never have
You-
before.
I think you typically do.
Yeah, it has, there's a thing for us to sign.
Right.
It's just all the year end stuff.
Maybe that's why, because it's year end.
Yes.
Okay,
Right, we've got each of the ledgers that we generally do.
yeah, that's why I was confused. I'm like, wait, do we?
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the January docket packet.
second.
Okay, motion made and seconded, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll approve that January docket for December and year end, 5-0. And we're gonna review the APV general.
I'll make a motion to approve APV general in the amount of $154,537.89.
I'll second.
Who wants it?
Doesn't matter.
All right. Motion made by Jessica and seconded by Jason. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Now we need to look at the APV water, 91,537.40.
I'll make a motion to approve APV water.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, and then the APV wastewater for 80,922.93.
I'll make a motion to approve the APV wastewater.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. It's approved, 5-0. We have the 2026 appropriation report,
Just for review.
just for review, okay.
And then that's also just the notice of G82.
Oh, okay, yep. So moving on to F, the 2026-1782 notice just for review. Any questions or concerns or comments on that? I do want to say, I should have said this earlier about the things added to the report, but I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at the investments or not, but we did really well last year, so I'm really excited that we're moving forward with that and getting some money invested, because that's definitely a good thing as little towns are struggling left and right, so I was really happy to see that.
Yep.
All right, bonds, all bonds for clerk treasurer, town manager, utility billing, RDC, Metropolitan Police Commission, valid until December 31st, 2026.
Thank you, Donna, for getting us bonded.
Do we have any wastewater credits?
None
No.
listed.
None listed. No old business. Look at us getting stuff done, guys. New business, vacation carryover beyond handbook policy for Mr. Brian Gregg. So Brian worked so much this year that he didn't burn enough of his vacation days. So the policy specifically says that, town employees can carry over 10 days, which is 68 hours, but Brian has 148. So we just need to make a one-time exception this year, or are we wanting to amend the handbook? Is this something you're gonna make a habit of, sir?
Let's just make an amendment for this year.
Yeah, I'll speak to it a little bit. It's not my anticipation to make it a habit. You know, I'm willing to do whatever you wish. I have no expectations of your decision. I was asked what my request is. Given my position as town manager, I don't even want to state my request. So I'll leave it in your hands. Whatever you decide, I'm okay with. A one-time exception, yeah, absolutely. This is not gonna be a habit by all means. So it was a very heavy year, and you all know that.
First
Year, first ever.
Very heavy first year.
A very heavy year with a lot of challenges. So I hope to spend more time away, but we'll see what 2026 brings. So, yeah, is it the one-time exception to, Ashley, were you an exception to,
Oh, to let you carry over all of your hours. Oh, you worked really hard this last year. I don't feel like you should be penalized for not having time to step away. I don't know what the procedure is for this. We can just say it.
Make a motion to waive, employee handbook policy allowing, total vacation hours, for the town manager to exceed the carryover policy.
So moved.
Okay, motion made. I'll second that.
Yep, there you go.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion made and approved 5-0.
thank you very much.
Enjoy your vacation time.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to review ordinance 2026-001, the credit card policy.
And it's actually resolution, so we don't have to go through the ordinance.
It does say resolution on
rules,
here.
but nonetheless, the upshot of it is it increases the credit card authorization limits for essentially everybody. I don't know the last time this policy was ever reviewed. My guess is it's been 10 years or more, probably.
Wow,
It's
stuff
been
was a lot
within,
cheaper then.
it's been within the last 10, because I recall it, but it's been a long.
It's been a while.
It's been a long
So
time.
they're due for an increase anyways. Obviously, everything's increased. This just goes back to efficiency of the town
Mhm.
more than anything else. Business will still be approved, or purchases will still be approved in accordance with the Indiana code provisions. And Brian, looks like there was something else to add.
Yeah, I teetered back and forth, I believe 6,000 for the town manager is sufficient. We had an emergency purchase last week, 2 weeks ago. It was a wastewater test device. It was $4,300 some dollars, I believe. So in an instance like that, we need it. My credit card's very limiting. Those are also tied to our other purchasing accounts. So as you purchase online purchases that require weekly or monthly purchases, those also count against your credit limit. So in the event that we had this $4,000 emergency purchase, it permitted that. So I think as presented, it's sufficient, absolutely sufficient. We don't want to make it a habit, but that was out of our control, so.
So we have to do like a first read and stuff, or we can just motion?
Motion?
I'll make a motion to accept resolution number 2026-001.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Are you good, Jason? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
sorry,
okay,
yeah, I was
Okay.
trying to undo.
All
my
right,
screen.
resolution passed 5-0. All right, Brian, come on down.
Time for the update. So I know I dropped this on you. I will also send it via electronic to be recorded as well. Again, I don't think you guys want me to read a bedtime story to you. It's full of activity. We've had a very productive month. So if you have questions about anything that's taken place, obviously we had some water main concerns. Very thankful, to everybody that comes together for that. That's our staff, that's our contractors. We have a new relationship as well that's been developed with Fisher Contracting they've bailed us out a couple times already. We're working very closely together. Our vac truck has been down for years, as we all know, and Mike, I know that's been a common question of yours. I will say the vac truck, I believe next week, best equipment will be on site. They're gonna start repairs here. So, within a few weeks, I was told that the gentleman that's a specialist on that machine, he was the one that drove it around the state because it once was a demo unit, and he was the one that presented it to the municipalities. That is the mechanic. So he knows this machine inside and out. He has been promoted to a new position, I believe, in March, and they've asked him to close out all tickets before his promotion. So that's really good for us, that he's going to be very motivated to get that back on the road.
Heck yeah.
So what we did with Fisher was we had Fisher come over. They used their vac truck for us, and our guys made the repair because that was the only tool we were missing.
Awesome.
I said, hey, charge me time. They called me and they said, don't worry about it. They're right here in Trafalgar. That's not something they do. It's not a service they offer,
Right.
but they are a local-based company. So we
That's
really
nice.
appreciate them doing that for us. Did you have a question, Mike?
No, I was gonna ask you what we were doing with Fishers.
Okay, yes. Yeah, so that's just, they may step in. We actually met today. We'll be coordinating a road cut over in the Arbor Home subdivision. There's some sewer lines that are, they've created possibly have a sag in them. They're not sure, so they're just gonna do the right thing and just replace it anyway. It's speculative. So we met this morning, and they said, hey, we have big equipment here. If we do get this snowfall that's anticipated over the weekend, call us. We need to move snow to different places that we aren't capable of doing. So just having those community partnerships that we have are really important.
Yep.
Yeah, so a lot going on. So yeah, I'll give you time to digest this. I guess I'll touch on a few major things. We know we were denied the community crossing grant. We applied for 1.2 million to repave miles of roadway. It appears that the community crossing grant application, if you look at all the municipalities that were awarded in funds, there were 300,000 and below, 400,000, 100,000. It looks like we might need to take a more strategic approach and say, we're not gonna ask for the moon. We're gonna be responsible and respectful and be willing to share funds with others. So we may determine the lowest rated, the Paisley rated roadway. We might apply for that roadway specifically. So I'm gonna work with Crossroad, and we might change our strategy for the 2026 CCMG application. So that's in the works. Crossroad and I are working together on the amphitheater project, trying to get the entire site plan together. Once we know specifically where the amphitheater is going to sit, they will start the elevation plans for the amphitheater. I believe I'm supposed to have those within the next 2 weeks. Once I have those prints, they can be packaged with our architectural drawings. I'm going to drive to the State House and go over it with Homeland Security and see if they can expedite that project for us and get us off the ground. I know we're itching to get that started. The structure has been shipped. It should be delivered any day. So we're ready to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah, big stuff. Gonna start working with Okra and community development block grants and see what we can do here. As an entirety, as a town, we don't qualify for some of the blight remedy programs. But if we maybe make it a smaller area, a smaller focused area, we may qualify for these blight programs. Okra, CDBG, they have a lot of offerings, so we're gonna start diving into that a little bit this year. I got off the phone this afternoon. There's a federal funding available that's been presented to the town of Trafalgar. I'm pursuing that federal funding. It sounds like it could be up to $1 to $2 million potentially. They do things like a community crossing type match or amendments to airports. So some projects are larger. These can be anything from community spaces, roadways, water, wastewater, police, all encompassing. So we're gonna start dialing that in. The deadline for that's March 15th. So I always love our funding application processes. They always keep you on your toes. So I'll let you know how we're coming along there on the federal funding program. Really developed over the last 30 days a much stronger relationship and communication between Edinburgh and Bargersville and Trafalgar. We're kind of coining ourselves the SoJoCo. So we're kind of banding together and see how we can help each other, coordinate together, hey, best practices, lessons learned. That's important for us. So that's something that's new that's been developed over the last 30 days that I'm very excited about. Snow, I'm just gonna say it one time. I don't know what we're gonna get. We're ready for it. We're gonna start salting tomorrow. And we're here, we've prepared. We spoke with the fire department this morning. We have a plan with them as well. We're all gonna work together. So hopefully we're in good hands. Like I said, if it gets too bad, we have people we can call. America's, Bug, I won't put in your ear, America's 250th celebrations this year, July 4th. So the entire country's gonna come together for some type of event. I would love to see Trafalgar get on the map with something. Festival Country has opened
That's
up.
a Friday this year, right?
I hope so.
I think it is.
That would be great. So Festival Country's opened funding specifically for America's 250th. So
Oh, it's a Saturday.
even better. If anybody wants to partner with me or know anyone that wants to partner with me on developing a plan for a parade or a festival of some kind so we can participate in some type of America's 250th celebration. That's not limited to residents. I mean, it's even better if it is residents, but it all may apply, right? So we're gonna start working on that as well. Judy and I have already started talking about what we can do. And then, like I said, I think what I'll just leave you with is from the end of 2025, we passed a salary ordinance. We made a lot of changes to employee benefits, other things. Over the last year, we made a lot of changes here. Employee morale overall, end to end, is the highest I've ever seen it here. So you guys have done a great job. The employees appreciate everything you've done for them. And like I said, I have never seen employee morale as a whole at the height it's at now. And that's huge. That's huge. So we're a very attractive place to work. Spread the word, because we're still hiring. So we have the one utility technician position still open. We're seeking to fill.
What's our, highest hourly wage in that, do you remember?
For the utility technician, I can go grab it before I misspeak.
And
But I
where do we
believe it
have that
may be
posted?
28, and then we have an additional optional up to $3 on top of for specialized licensing.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
can
so
confirm
we're right
that.
on par with Whiteland,
We're,
other than the pension.
we're competitive. I think the perf is a factor that I would really like to spend some time exploring, or ask anyone that wants to partner with me to help me explore the perf option for the utility employees,
Yeah,
because it's very common across the state, especially in our area.
yeah.
But we do not offer perf, we offer a 457B, that it does extremely well. It's very attractive, and you can take it with you. Perf, you can't. So to me, it's an asset to be in the 457B program, but for those experienced individuals that already participate in perf, it'd be very attractive for them to come over here to Trafalgar. We would treat them very well. We have a great staff. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you, Brian. So we have the police report. Obviously, Charles couldn't be here. Bryce, did you want to talk?
Nothing for the group.
Nothing for the group.
Nothing for the group.
Okay, so there was a training this weekend that a lot of people attended. Was there about like 13, 12? Were you here for that?
I was not.
Oh.
I was actually ice fishing up in Wisconsin.
All right. Anyway, they had a really great training. The new reserve officers were certified in the OC spray. That was the pepper spray. So they had a lot of fun with that.
Oh, cool.
Next month, they're gonna do a certification / recertification in Taser. One of our Chevy Tahoes is at Bradley, fixing a few items. And we got the windows tinted on the Ford Explorer, so Sam doesn't feel like a fish in a fishbowl. Or whoever drives it. Anybody have anything to add to that?
No.
I guess you guys could have read that yourself, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Took that
fine.
upon myself.
And thank you, I've seen his note, thank you Ashley for your donation. What, was it pizza? Pizza and stuff?
I made
for-
cookies.
Oh. that's
Andy
nice.
donated the pizza.
Aw.
Yeah.
Either way, that's nice of you. I did have one question, but since Charles not here, but you might know, do they have any mental health training on the docket for them this year? They did it like 2 years, cause Moody did it, he went for the,
They used Rich Merriman. He's like the training guy for Johnson County, and I know that Lee and Charles both said that they're going to use him for a couple more trainings this year, but I don't know what.
I was just
It
curious.
is a state mandate to hit it, so we do hit it during our annual.
Okay.
I can speak on
I can't remember what exactly the additional cert that we had him do, but I would like for one of our officers to still have it.
Yeah.
Is it the peer support or is it something else?
I can't remember what it was called. I'll look it up. He did it, and it was like 2 years ago. But it was basically like it trained them how to do the resources over just taking them to jail and, or what, all that stuff.
On the training note, I did become officially able to train those on the lock zone. So I went and attended the upstream,
On the what?
what's the other name for it?
Narcan.
Narcan, thank you.
Oh,
So, attended Narcan training at the library, really appreciate them hosting that. Upstream Prevention put that on. They provided us some Narcan here as well. So Judy and I hold that in our office now. But if anybody wants to be trained in it, I guess I'm recognized as able to train you in applying the nasal Narcan. So, just for that.
I think we both qualify.
We bypassed them days a little bit.
Jacob, you have anything for us?
A couple updates related to the amphitheater project and the community center project. Remember, last December or November, I introduced a memorandum of understanding between the RDC and the town council for the operation of the community center building, as we anticipate hopefully bringing in some revenue through that community center in some volume in the summer after the amphitheater is complete. We want to make sure we get that in place, so I'm making some tweaks to that, and we should anticipate working to finalize that next month. In addition to that, myself, Brian, and the Crossroads engineers folks discussed the zoning of the property, and the zoning of it, if you remember, is R1 right now, I think. We're working to transition that to a planned unit development, and just waiting on Crossroads' sort of final sketch and layout as to what the future might hold for that property. Planned unit development allows for maximum flexibility, waiver of setbacks, waiver of development standards, pretty much any use imaginable can be fit into that PUD. PUD will go first to the Plan Commission, assuming a favorable recommendation from the Plan Commission. It will then come here for final approval and codification as an ordinance and amendment to the zoning map. It's also important because I've learned throughout this process that some grants would require proper zoning to be in place, some ATF certification, regulations, whatever you want to call it. Any that we want to sell alcohol will require a certain zoning, or at least an affirmation that correct zoning's in place, or this property can be used for X, Y, Z. So it's important we get that in place, and we will. We'll make sure we do it right and plan for the future. So anticipate those two items, the MOU and the PUD, coming hopefully next month.
Awesome.
I think that's the only update I have.
You can sign them under the action thing.
No, not at this point.
I want to make a comment on that, and by all means, this does not represent the majority of, but I did attend the HOA meeting for the Lancaster subdivision, which borders the amphitheater. And I took the moment to ask everyone in attendance there, I said, are there any concerns with the amphitheater?
Yeah.
And it was overall no. There's no concerns there. They're excited about, walking over there and enjoying that space. There are a lot of comments right now about parking. I've spoken with the church next door to the community building. We're establishing a relationship now. I don't know where it's going to go. We're going to have a meeting with the pastor and the elders and talk about maybe a mutual release type agreement for the parking area, but at the same time, we need to make sure people are respectful of not getting their grass, stay where they need to be. Work with the neighborhood. I've asked everyone to be patient with us, but as of right now, as a whole, our neighbors, we all have a very good relationship that we're going to stay in close contact. So like I said, it was a resounding supportive message coming from the neighborhood, right? To that, they're not here. We're getting into parking a little bit. The Little League was supposed to speak tonight. There may be some changes with the parking for the Little League in Trafalgar this year, so we may be revising some parking ordinances or talking about revising some parking ordinances in the next few months before the Little League season. So there's going to be major changes to the parking arrangements at the Little League. So parking might be a common conversation over the next few months. So that's all. I just wanted, on the amphitheater project, just want to make that note.
Well, at this time, we will open up to the public for any public comment, no more than 20 minutes. Bryce, you got anything?
Still don't have anything.
Still don't have anything. Okay, then I'll close the public comment. Anything else before we adjourn? Oh, we need to schedule an RDC meeting.
Oh, yes, we do. I just assumed it'd be before the
We
next
would
town
just-
council
yeah.
meeting.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
I guess I shouldn't assume anything.
Never assume anything. So our next meeting is February 19th. So we'll just go ahead and make the RDC meeting for 5:30. Does that work for everyone? Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
I am not going to be here.
Does that work for everyone besides Mike?
Jackie, does that work for you?
If I ain't in,
February 19th at 5:30?
I don't know if I can make it.
It's right before the regular meeting,
I
just a little bit
understand that,
early.
but I have other things that's more important as far as that.
Yeah.
I'm good.
We've got three.
There's three
Yeah.
for now.
You don't
Yeah,
have to work that
no, I
day.
don't work that
Perfect.
day.
I'll try
I would
my-
have worked last week's meeting.
Gotcha.
So every 3 Thursdays
Okay.
gets complicated, but.
I will try my best.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else, then I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Seconded.
I'll
Motion.
second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Do you want the